what can you say that you've enjoyed most about your team hired experience for the first time?
I mean, your professionalism was second to none. They both spoke very highly of you, and I definitely got that, and I appreciate all the work, like I mentioned earlier, that you did for me. So thank you. But yeah, I love, especially now that where I'm short staffed and I need to always be recruiting. Your services really kind of took those steps that I never really got to, and lined up those candidates for me, to find somebody.
Very good. So I guess that kind of segues me into my next question. What have your results been this far with Team Hired?
I mean, I think we got some good people in the pipeline. Um, and a lot of it is based off of what I've seen in the past, but again, it's got to still get done. So I appreciate the work getting done for me and getting this all lined up.
You're very, very welcome. So what would you say that you like most about the virtual interview process that Team Hired implements?
I like to see how the candidates react on their toes, like, quickly, to the different questions, to how other people respond. And I like seeing the faces and how they interact with the Zoom call and all that. I think it's a good tell.
It really is. It'll
Yeah.
tell you everything you need to
Yeah,
know. So would you recommend a colleague to Team Hired, and why?
I would. Yeah, I would. And I think the why is for the same reasons I mentioned, is because, most agents I would think are always overwhelmed with all the other things that we do as agents, running the business type of stuff. And sometimes, recruiting is something that's left on the back burner. And, when you get left, or when your team, suddenly, gets dwindled down and you don't have a pipeline,
Mhm.
you're scrambling. So it's a great service to have for people to keep a constant pipeline.
I love that. Well, of course, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Team Hired. So what would you say your favorite experience was like working with me?
I told you, your professionalism, you were never late. You always kind of brought it on the call. You asked the tough questions, and I feel like all feedback that you always gave me throughout the calls, throughout each event, was pretty spot on to what I was thinking. So
Love
very
that.
like-minded as an agent.
I love that. Very good. So lastly, would you recommend me as an account manager to any other agent that comes on board with Team Hired?
Yes, I would.
You're
Absolutely.
amazing.